Okay, so here's how to find that post library in Blender 4.0. Currently I'm using Blender 4.0.2. So when you try to access the post library in post mode, there's no post library. This is different from in Blender 3.2.2 and in similar versions in the 3 series, because when you go to post mode, the post asset should be there. There's a create post asset button, flip post, and you can drag you can in order to activate that post, you can click and drag one of those icons right there. But right here in 4.0.2, I cannot find those post assets. So here's how to solve it. First, there's a note right here that where the old post library has been. It says the post library moved. Post assets are now available in the asset shelf. So let's click on that, and there are my post assets. You can click and drag. And one new thing that they added in the asset shelf right here is that you can reverse that post. You can reverse that post right here. Like in 3.2.2, it only goes from 0 to 100. But in 4 in the 4.0, it also goes in negative 100. And another way to access those post assets are using the asset browser right here. So let's switch this to asset browser. Select all to current file, and there you should find your post assets. And in order to activate one of those, you have to right click on them and choose blend pose in order to fine tune how intense the pose should be. Oops. So pose once. And it's important to select current file, because if you select all and you try to create a pose right here, it's grayed out. So let's switch it to current file, and there it should be. There's the create post asset button. So here's how to create a post asset in Blender 4.0. So let's make some changes. I move her eyelids, and I move her eyebrows. By the way, I downloaded this Blend file around 2023 or 2024. So if you download the new version in the Blender website, there could be some changes that I may not know. So here, we just select those bones that I made some changes. I made changes in the eyebrows and eyelids, so let's click asset, create post asset, and And in order to rename it, we open the side panel right here and type in whatever I want. There. Let's see if this if this works. Yep, it works. Meanwhile, in 3.2, it works different right here because we just make changes to the bones right here. Then create post asset. You can rename it right here. Alt G to reset those bones. And there. Only difference is that it doesn't go in the negative 100% direction, so it only goes one way. But right here in 4.0, it goes in the negative direction. And another thing that I noticed is how to flip poses in the mirror. How to flip those poses. So right here, in 4.0, in order to flip a pose, we just see it's originally in the left hand, but in order to make it to the right hand, we just right click this one, apply pose flip. But in Blender 3.2, we just check right here the flip pose and click and drag that thing right here. Click and drag that thing right here, and the pose is flipped. I'm not sure if there's a way to dial down this thing, like we flip the pose and dial this down, because in 4.0, in apply pose flip, it maxes out the pose to 100%. There's no way to dial down the intensity of it. Apply pose flip, see, it's 100%. But right here, you can dial down how intense her fist is. And there's also an asset browser right here, but the main difference is that there's a flip pose check mark right here, but in 4.0 I don't see one. If I cannot see a flip pose right here, a flip pose check mark. Maybe I missed it out, but I'm not sure if it's still hidden somewhere, because so far the only way that I know how to flip the pose right here is right click, apply pose flip, and it maxes out 100%. There's no way to tune it down, but right here you can tune it down. You can dial down. It's not completely keep her fist closed. And there we go. That's the difference between the pose library in 3.2 versus the asset browser in 4.0 is. If there are any more clarifications or something that you need to share, you can comment it down in the comment section below. So thanks for watching.